couples' companionship and mutual respect. It symbolizes their wonderful commitment to honor each other's differences while merging their most deeply held common values. And you've all been invited here because Lindsey and Ben deeply value their relationships in life. And they've asked those with whom they feel the closest to join them in celebrating their life together today. And be assured that that feeling of closeness extends to those family members who can be with us today only in spirit. Their roles in the lives of Lindsey and Benjamin are no less remembered and honored as we savor today's joyous moments. So keep in mind that you have a very special purpose here today, not just to witness, which is important, but also to participate fully with your thoughts and your prayers, your smiles, your kind words, and in short, your blessings for Ben and Lindsey. And let me just add that it's a great honor for me to be here sharing this with you also. Thanks. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Good and faithful God, we thank you for this great day. We thank you for the gift of Benjamin and Lindsey, for the gift of their love in our lives. Bless our celebration, and through what we do here today, may we become ever clearer reflections of your compassion and graciousness in our world. We ask this of you with hearts filled with faith, with hope, and with love. Amen. Amen. So without further ado, Lindsey and Benjamin, you could turn and face me.
Face you.
Yeah. Welcome to your wedding day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Little did you know, when you first met exactly 6 years ago to the day at UNC Wilmington, that the initial spark that you felt would eventually grow into a connection and a bond so strong that it would lead you here today, publicly proclaiming your love for one another and making a commitment that from this day forward, you'll live together as husband and wife. And let's recognize too that in addition to this being the day that you met, this is also the weekend that Lindsey's grandparents were married in 1951, 66 years ago, celebrating love, and here we are. Destiny is a mysterious thing. No matter where you go or what you do, you can't avoid it by definition. And no matter how hard you try, even putting forth your greatest effort, you can't force it to happen before it's time. Now, each of you had to live your own lives, which were stepping stones that have led to this moment in time. And whether it was truly destiny or just a chance encounter ultimately doesn't matter. What does matter is that you recognized a profound connection and a bond between you. And you each had the courage to allow your most vulnerable and most powerful selves to be deeply seen, deeply known, and to open yourself to the possibilities. You've both expressed the deep admiration, respect, and pride that you have for one another. And on this, the day of your marriage, the two of you stand together, ready to take a lifelong vow. Now, to be perfectly clear, I can't truly marry you today in the truest sense. I can make your marriage legal, and that's important, we'll do that. But only you can marry yourselves in the truest sense. By your commitment to love one another, to work with all your hearts towards creating an atmosphere of care and an atmosphere of respect, and by your willingness to face together the fears and uncertainty that underlie all human life. In this way, you marry yourselves more surely than any state-issued document that you'll receive. Your love for one another and your willingness to accept each other's strengths and frailties with understanding and compassion, this is what cements the foundation for a life together, a life that'll flourish. So you will have a certificate that declares your marriage to the world, and you still decide in each day that stretches out before you into the future how your marriage will be successful. So each day becomes a small mosaic of plans and trials, laughter and ideas, promises shared, promises fulfilled, and through this process begins the cultivation and the expression of a genuine love. Now, genuine love, we're talking about something beyond the warmth and the glow and the excitement and the romance of falling in love. Falling in love is effortless, it's easy, it's fun, it just happens. But cultivating genuine, lifelong, lasting love, this requires effort, compassion, patience, not to mention a good sense of humor, which y'all seem to have covered. And contrary to what we normally think, genuine love isn't just a feeling, it's an action. It's an activity. The free exercise of choice, and in that choice, always wanting what's best for the person who stands next to you. However, genuine love is not total absorption in each other. It's looking outward in the same direction together. Genuine love isn't dependency, nor is it self-sacrifice. It's something that can only grow on a foundation of true acceptance of each other's individuality and separateness, and by nurturing the personal and spiritual growth of one another. Now, the beauty of genuine love is that it makes your burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes your joys more intense because you share them. And it makes you stronger so you can reach out and become engaged in life in ways you maybe never would have risked alone. So this becomes the highest priority here, seeking to understand and cultivate real, genuine love. Of course, a successful marriage also requires honesty and trust in order to remain true to yourself and to each other. And it takes dedication and perseverance to stay open to one another, to learn and grow even when it's difficult to do so. And it takes faith to trust in a higher power and to go forward together and into an unknown future. Therefore, Lindsey and Benjamin, your dedication to genuine lifelong love and a successful marriage means you fully accept the effort that it requires as well as the rewards that it promises. If you do fully understand and accept this, and you know of no barrier to such a union between yourselves, you can signify such by joining both your hands. Now, this is not the beginning of your journey together through life, but the words you're about to speak will take you across a threshold, after which you'll continue your journey united as husband and wife. Benjamin, you come here in the presence of God and before this gathering of friends and family in this place to proclaim your love and your devotion for Lindsey. You promise to respect her. You promise to cherish her. You commit yourself to being faithful to her and to caring for her during times of joy and hardship. And you promise to honor her growth and freedom as well as your own. With this as the vision you're entering into, do you now take Lindsey to be your lawfully wedded wife for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Lindsey, you come here in the presence of God and before this gathering of family and friends to proclaim your love and your devotion for Benjamin. You promise to respect him. You promise to cherish him. You commit yourself to being faithful to him and to caring for him during times of joy and times of hardship. And you promise to honor his growth and freedom as well as your own. With this as the vision you're entering into, do you now take Benjamin to be your lawfully wedded husband for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now, what symbols do you bring as a reminder of the promises given and received today?
We have rings.
Rings. Excellent choice. Let's see these rings. Where is it? Thanks.
Hold on, we have a party foul. Hold on.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Look up.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good.
It's right in the corner.
It's okay. It's protein.
Benjamin, take this ring, place it on Lindsey's left hand, and recite the vows that you've brought today.
Lindsey, you are my best friend. I cannot imagine my life without you, and I know that I am a better person because of you. I also know that I am the luckiest man alive because I met you. From the beginning of our story, you have been there to support me in any time of need and to laugh with me in times of joy. Every day I am amazed by your strength and perseverance. Every day I am amazed by your kindness and selflessness. Every day you remind me how blessed I am, and I fall ever more deeply in love with you every day. Lindsey, you are the most beautiful and unique woman I've ever met. I vow to love you with all of my soul until I draw my last breath.
Now, Lindsey, invested with the same significance and meaning as the ring you've just received, place this ring on Benjamin's left hand and recite the vows that you've brought today.
Ben, 6 years ago today, we met at good old Fibber McGee's. We were both in our element, hanging out with the best of friends, dancing, and making memories. Right away, I knew you were a keeper because I was wearing heels and you were still taller than me. Little did I know that this night would mark the beginning of an incredible journey. I remember falling in love with you quickly. Too quickly. I found myself so comfortable around you, being able to be the truest version of myself, and you accepting and loving me still. I was so vulnerable, but you never turned me away. You never found anything wrong with me. I had not felt true acceptance until I met you. Soon afterwards, something strange started to happen. When I would dream at night, there were no longer silhouettes. There was only you. All of my dreams had you by my side. I knew then that you were the one for me. The months went by and everything fell into place. Eventually, yours and mine became ours. You and I became we. Everything the world threw at us, we came out triumphant. You once told me, you and I are going to be a beautiful thing for a very long time. I have lived by these words since the day you said them. I love you, Benjamin. For years now, I've known that you are the one whom my soul will die with. You are the best thing that has ever been mine, and I will forever be grateful for your love. As your wife, I vow to stand by your side and to trust you completely. I vow to learn and to grow with you, even as time and life change us both. I promise to listen and to have patience, compassion, and respect for our differences. All that I am and all that I have, I give to you completely and forever.
Now we remember this moment in time, now, this place, precious, irreplaceable. And to symbolize the roots of their relationship and the continued growth of their love as they and their families become united as one, Lindsey and Benjamin will now take part in a tree planting ceremony. Trees, although rooted in the earth, seem to touch the sky, and because they are primeval, because they outlive us, and because they are fixed, trees seem to emanate a sense of permanence. And before we plant our tree, we'll hear the words of Louis de Bernieres, who said, "Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it's inconceivable that they should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathless, it's not excitement, it's not the promulgation of eternal passion. That's just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And that is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground, and when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from the branches, they find that they are one tree and not two." Lindsey and Benjamin, you could plant your tree here.
All right.
Excellent.
Do it.
Are you going to be able to pull that out of there?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Let your relationship and your love for each other be like this tree you plant today. Let it grow tall and strong. Let it stand tall during the harsh winds and rains and storms and come through unscathed. Like a tree, your marriage must be resilient. It must weather the challenges of daily life and the passage of time. And just like the tree you're planting, marriage requires constant nurturing and nourishment. Like the watering of this tree, remember to nourish each other with words of encouragement, trust, and love. This is needed on a daily basis, so you each can grow and reach your fullest potential, just like your tree. Let us also acknowledge all the people here who have already nourished the souls of this couple, enabling them to reach out and to nourish each other. On behalf of Lindsey and Benjamin, I'd like to thank each of you for sharing this happiest of days with them. As the French writer Marcel Proust said, "Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom." And Lindsey and Benjamin, as the two of you enter into this sacred union, I ask that you be ever mindful of the gifts the other offers you. And always remember what it is you love about one another. Lindsey, always remember that Benjamin loves how thoughtful and how giving you are. He adores how you always think about others before yourself. And Benjamin, remember that Lindsey loves your willingness to go above and beyond. She adores your dedication to family, and she knows that you'll be an amazing father. It's clear you both deeply admire and respect one another, and that you're very proud of who you've become as individuals and as a couple. I ask that you continue to inspire and to encourage each other, for it's by strengthening your spouse that you strengthen your marriage. Accept your marriage as a work in progress that consumes your attention day by day and yet is never completed. Because a lifelong love requires a lifetime of hard work, but it's a joyous labor whose fruits are the very richest. And finally, let me remind you that in addition to the vows that you've made to one another, you've also united two families and two sets of friends here today as well. Ask them now to promise that they will support your marriage with joy, with love, and with optimism. All those who wish to promise their support say, "We do." We do. We do. And now, by the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina, and inasmuch as you, Benjamin, and you, Lindsey, have announced these truths which were already written in your heart, and have witnessed the same in the presence of your friends and family, we observe joyfully that you have declared yourselves to be husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
up with Lindsey in Spain, and we were playing soccer. I saw her take out this Spanish kid. It was like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. She completely wrecked this poor, I didn't even like hollered her. He just ran him over. And after that, I was like, this girl is awesome. Like, this is one of the coolest people I've ever seen in my life. So it was kind of crazy. We ended up after that summer, I moved in next door to Ben, and we became really good friends, really tight. And it's just such a small world that you know, we all ran into each other, and it was at that Catalina wine mixer. I mean, y'all's house summed everything up. I mean, there's nothing I can say that you guys didn't already say in your house. But that night, the Catalina wine mixer is what it's called. Lindsey would not leave me alone, trying to really get me in to introduce her to Ben. And for days later, she was texting me like, "What's up with your friend Ben? You know, like, when are you gonna get him to call me?" And I had to coast the kid. I was like, "Kid, this girl is gorgeous. Like, what are you waiting on? Hurry up and call her back. Like, you're sleeping on it. You're lax over here. You get on it." Well, here we are, 6 years later, and the two could not be more perfect for each other. They are the best of friends. They're absolutely wonderful together. I could not be prouder of having them as both my, very good friends. I could not be more proud, more happy, and more excited for you guys to start your life and a new marriage together. And everybody raise your glass. Thank you guys very much for being here. Make sure you guys order up drinks and have a good time, and wish all of them the best of luck. I hope it's great.
I had known this beautiful woman. This is about 2001. We met through this really awkward statement of middle school. Less, really. Those days are old. But really, I am so blessed for our friendship, and growing up with you as one of my best friends has been amazing. Those bonfires and races to our hotels, to exploring the African savannah and watching you marry the man of your dreams. I can't wait for our next adventure. I'm thinking Australia. Just throw it out there, Mom. 1 second honeymoon before I can got this. But really, our friendship has been amazing and it means the world to me. Ben, you know what a strong, charming woman this woman is. Double woman. Word, guys. But really, to watch you make her so happy and for showing her what true love is and for making her a person, we're all as grateful for that. So let's talk about Ben.
Let's talk about Ben.
I've actually known Ben for 10 years now, so longer than Lindsey. And what I love most about Ben is he is always up for an adventure and always trying to learn new things daily. So that alone makes him an overall great person. So Lindsey, you definitely have a keeper. But what sticks out the most is I definitely remember 5 years ago when Ben called us and said that we had to come to Wilmington to meet his amazing new girlfriend, Lindsey. So if you know Ben, just the simple fact that he got on the phone and called us was huge. But then you were definitely right. Lindsey is amazing. And I've known Lindsey now for the better half of 5 years, and she's been my bestie. And if there's one thing I know without a shadow of a doubt, is that she definitely knows what she wants. And she not only knows what she wants, but she knows how to get it. Lindsey, I am so blessed to get to watch you get everything you've ever wanted. So Jess and I were actually talking the other day when we were going over our speeches about how Lindsey gets everything she wants in the season plan. And we knew that they were just meant to be when Ben was smiling like, you can get yourself a kid. So now, from an animal and heart, that is huge. If someone says you had a cat, you're solid. So 2 cats and 1 dog later, I think that you guys are pretty solid. Needless to say, and I know that you guys have seen it all night long, these two are crazy. The look that you guys have been giving each other tonight has been that know the Smith family, you know that Carolina is white. So that was a very big deal. So that needed to be mentioned. But I would love to leave you guys with a few words of my advice. Never go to sleep angry. Communication is key. And love will conquer all. Now Ben, can you please grab Lindsey's hand and place your hand over hers? Now remember this moment. Cherish it. Because this is the last time you will ever have the upper hand.
quiet love that we'll never need to hide. Love will always rise above. Whatever comes, we will be just fine. If I am yours and you are mine. Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be with me. Now we're one with the sun over our heads, and at night we'll be the stars. We can go any place that we want to. I don't care if that's too far. Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be